Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ECC season number 8. And now we are seeing Ascension Trinity, fourth place at the moment in the Champions Conference 2, playing against Domino Esport, ninth place as well. But they have two forfeits, 2 games, 2 forfeits. So this will be the first actually played series. So I'm still here with Sumduck. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely brilliant. Coming off of that 1 to 5 Q Mercury Esport series, that was an absolutely brilliant series that went all the way to game 5 now. With Domino Esports actually finally playing a game rather than forfeiting. Ascension Trinity being the other team, obviously, fourth in the standings, 2 wins and 1 loss. Could we see another game 5? Ascension Trinity have just come off of a brilliant 3-0 clean sweep in their previous game, and obviously Domino Esports. It goes down as 2-3-0 losses, but they haven't actually played their games yet. And you can see on the standings, just like we said, Domino Esports, they are there in joint bottom place, 9th place on the standings, and then Ascension Trinity in the 4th place, 2 wins, 1 losses, with a game differential of 2. So they're not doing too bad by any means, Ascension Trinity, but like we said, we haven't actually seen Domino Esports play so far in this season, but we'll finally see it now. And I'm not going to make any predictions yet due to that matter, but I will definitely be making one after game 1. It's got to be a good game 1 from both teams if they want any chance of winning this game. And obviously, Domino Esports are looking to get their first win of the season.
Yeah, talking about predictions, you said you couldn't make a prediction, but if I predict against Trinity, a team that I coach myself, then I think they're gonna just kick me out at that point. So I have to give to Ascension Trinity. I think they're gonna win this game, probably in a game number 5 as well. Domino Esports still a very very solid side in this Champions division, but prediction for me goes to Ascension Trinity. And also talking about predictions are up in the chat. So if you have any predictions, if you have a little bit of a favor for a team to predict for, leave it in the chat, and then you might win some channel points after. If you vote for Ascension Trinity and they win, you get some channel points. Or if you vote for Domino Esport, of course, then you get your channel points as well. So don't forget to drop your channel points. But yeah, Ascension Trinity, a really good side. Just like I said, I coach them as well. So for me, I hope personally I can see a little bit of my tactics, coming out of the play here in this series, in the best of 5 series, of course. I think in game 1 or in the first series they have won against Noctis, well, with a forfeit from Noctis. Then second series they have won against Crystal Gaming, the second seed. They beat the second seed with 3-1, I believe. And then the third game, unfortunately, they lost against Glasgow Storm with 3-0. So, definitely 2-1. They definitely weren't pushing for playoffs. But, at this point, they're playing pretty good. They're playing pretty solid, 2-1 in the league. They're doing really good job so far. But we have to see, can they beat this Domino Esports side? Yeah, for Domino Esports, they pretty much need to win, 7 games, 6 games from now on, and only lose 1, because those 2 forfeits at the beginning definitely will not help them making playoffs at the end. So yeah, we just have to see if Ascension Trinity can beat this Domino Esports side. We have to see if they're capable to do so. We're still waiting for the Domino Esports side to join in, but you haven't made a prediction. But do you maybe know a little bit of the place of Ascension Trinity or Domino Esports?
Well, no, I don't specifically know any, but we do, of course, know that they are 2 good rosters. And of course, you know the ins and out of this Ascension Trinity side, really. So, if there was any way that Domino Esport could combat the way that Ascension Trinity play, then we'll need to be seeing it from the instant in this first game. Of course, still waiting for them to join. But nonetheless, Domino Esports have something to prove. Like we said, they're actually playing their first game, and they need to come out punching. They need to come out showing that they want to win this game before it's too late. But Ascension Trinity, they are definitely a really good side, currently 4th in the standings, like we have said, and they need to keep this win, or they need to keep it going. They need to keep their current good form going if they want to carry on and stay in those playoff positions.
Yeah, of course, 4th place for Ascension Trinity right now, like you've just seen on your screen. And Ascension Trinity, doing a good job. Domino Esport being 9th place, definitely want to, get some more points. The 2 forfeits at the beginning, kind of rough, but they can still get over it. We see Safik, Esberg, and Major in the side of Domino Esport. I know Safik, who is a pretty solid player. We have to see if he's, still pretty solid in this game as well. Yeah, we're just gonna wait as we just see Safix leaving the game. Maybe a little bit of a cost switch, who knows? It's yeah, we're just gonna see. Ascension Trinity, I think they're ready for this game. They've scrimmed quite a lot, and yeah, I hope for them they are ready for this series. This could be, a really, really important series. They won the first two series, then they lost the third one, and they definitely do not want to continue that lose here in this series as well. And as for Domino, they pretty much need to win this series as well. So, high stakes already in the third or the fourth game of this season. Well, the third game for Domino and the fourth game for Ascension Trinity. So yeah, we're just gonna see what this series will bring. I think I just go the teams in as we see Domino Esport, like I've already said, with Major, Safix, and Esberg against Ascension Trinity with Horizon, Jeffa, and of course, the former owner of ECC, the founder of ECC actually, with Jazz. So quite interested to see how he developed throughout the all the seasons here. As we now see Major at the start of this series kicking off. Now Jaffa clears it out. Major rotates back as we now see Esberg, leaving time a little bit. Horizon pushing there, maybe a little bit late there to challenge Jaffa. No boost to work with, just flies down. The Buffalo's now into the middle. Buffalo's off the crossbar as we now see Esberg off the crossbar. As again now goes into the center. A miss there from Jazz. Major tries to get it. Another whiff there, but now Jaffa a little bit late with the challenge. Horizon off the back wall. Esberg tries to get a shot in, no one in goal, and we have seen a little bit of a rusty beginning from both sides actually. A few misses, and in the end it will be Domino Esports, rewarding the pressure they had with a goal.
Yeah, you did just say a tiny bit rusty from both the sides early on in this game. Could be first game jitters, who knows? But when you are just being peppered and when you're being pressured as much as Domino Esports were there by Ascension Trinity, you can't be showing any signs of rustiness whatsoever. That was brilliant pressure from the start from Ascension Trinity, and they are starting as they mean to go on with an early 1-0 lead, looking to extend that lead here right now as they're finding the shot. Safix off of the pass down from Major, and it's 2-0 within the opening minute.
Yeah, we are seeing the pressure there from the Domino Esports side. A little bit slow from Jaffa, a little bit slow from an Ascension Trinity side to push that. But Domino Esports being 2 goals up in this game already. 1 minute played, not the best stuff from Ascension Trinity, not at all. As we now see in the corner, Jaffa tries to clear it out. Esberg takes control, tries to get it again, but getting challenged by Horizon. Ball into the middle, Jazz waiting. Pushes the ball upfield to the left side, but then again, no one to follow. Now Horizon can get it up to the backboard. No one up for that from Domino Esports side. Horizon can get a hit, but maybe got faked by the player of Domino Esports, who also went for that as the ball now falls into the middle. No, Jaffa tried to get a ball into the middle, but getting cleared out by Major. Major tries to get again, gets it past Horizon, but Horizon leaves it for Jazz. Jazz with another hit up to the backboard. Jaffa going for it up to the backboard again, but again, no finishing touch there. We have seen the ball played on the backboard, and all the times it did not get cleared, but Ascension Trinity could not get a good shot out of that either. So now would that be maybe a little bit of accuracy that lacks from Ascension Trinity, or what do they need to improve here? Because 2 goals down, 2 minutes in this game, it does not look bright for them at the start of the series.
Well, if anything, they need to be protecting that backboard more often, because when it's going onto the backboard as much as it was, all you need is that one player on the backboard just to find the clearance. As Jez makes an important save there, but they need to be getting up on the backboard. There's another save coming out from Jaffa, and the pressure is still on here from Domino Esports. They're keeping it going. Safix going up again and again. There's not too much in the air for them. They're not getting the greatest plays. It's a similar cycle that I mentioned a couple times, just not letting it out of the Ascension Trinity half, keeping this pressure on from the get-go and never letting go.
Just going up for it, losing the challenge at the ball, drops down Safix. Just waiting for Horizon says, gets one touch, tries to get again. He does indeed, but Jaffa early enough to get the ball out of harm's way as Major tries to get it past one. I think that's a whiff from Jazz. Horizon can clear it out for a little bit. Esberg now off to the backboard. Jaffa late for that, but can still manage to get the ball off the backboard towards the side. Safix really awkward there. Gets, redirected together with Jazz, as we now see Horizon trying to get a ball into Jess into the middle. Some passive plays coming out of the Ascension Trinity's side. Now the ball a little bit awkward there for Domino Esport. They can't really get a ball out very well. Jess gets bumped a little bit. Can't get a good recovery out of that. Jaffa just goes for that because Jess could not get a good hit on the ball as Major gets about towards Sefik. Sefik up to the back wall. Horizon just takes control up to the side wall, tries to get again. They get it just into Esberg as Esberg now goes for the edge dribble, gets it past one, can't get it past the second one, or well, the last one, but still a 2-goal lead for Domino Esport. And Ascension Trinity, it does definitely not look bright for them so far.
No, there's only 1 minute left. It was a brilliant early start. 2 goals in the opening minute from Domino Esports, but ASC Trinity have not been able to respond at all. They've not looked like it at all. They've got 0 shots. The attacking pressure just is not there for them. They've been on the receiving end of all the pressure so far in this game. Trying to find the flip reset there. I think that was Safix on his way forward. Esberg sending it up to Major. Ceiling shot maybe? No. Esberg trying to get the ceiling shot, but the flip reset, sorry. But still 0 shots for Ascension Trinity. They need to find one here. There's only 40 seconds left and it's still nothing on the board for them. Not looking like scoring, but there's another save for them. If only they had half as many shots as they did saves, we would have potentially seen at least 1 goal going for them by now, but that's not the case. And they need to improve on it big time next game if they even want to score, let alone win the game.
Yeah, 0 shots for Trinity and 10 shots for Domino Esport. Well, that just shows, you know, the story of this game so far. Important save from Jess, getting the ball out. Well, 2 goals up still for Domino Esports as Jaffa tries to maybe get one. Well, they got a first shot. They don't get a goal, but maybe that is a sign for next game. They got a shot. They had a little bit of pressure, but it's just not enough at all for, you know, Ascension Trinity. It was just Domino Esports all the game, you know, having the pressure, having the shots, having the goals. It's basically the story of this game, and now I can't really see that changing that much in the next couple of games. Ascension Trinity, you know, I think it's fair to say they need to change something here if they want to win against this Domino Esports side.
Well, if they want something to change, it needs to be the transitional play. All they're doing when the opportunity arises is just trying to boom that ball forward, but nobody is there to receive the ball afterwards. What they need to be doing is making that transition work. They need to be actually coming up with some sort of cycle so they can boom the ball up and then have the player there ready to receive it, and then potentially either find the shot straight away or find another player and then eventually find a shot, because they only had 1 in that game. Well, they did have 8 saves. That was just 1 shot, and that's not good enough. You cannot be performing like that if you want to do anything in this game and in this league. 4th in the standings. It doesn't seem like that there. It doesn't seem like the 4th place side that we have witnessed before.
Yeah, no, definitely not. They had a really convincing series against the 2nd seed in Crystal Gaming, winning that series with 3-1, but nothing to be seen here from that in this series so far. Now, game 2, it could be a completely refreshed, completely new Ascension Trinity. If you now see Aspect straight up in this game, going for the area, but getting saved by Jaffa, and just tries to get something like a pinch as Jaffa off the sidewall. No one there to follow. Major leaves for his team at Esberg, but Jess up for that into the middle. Tries to get again, maybe does not have much boost to work with, so Jaffa up or back by all himself. But now as Horizon gets demoed, Jaffa needs to get it, but I think Major scored that, but I think that is an own goal there from Jaffa. I have no idea really what happened there.
I'm not too convinced about this defense. He had Jez coming in ready to just clear that ball away, and there could have been an opportunity for a counter-attack, but no, Jaffa just hits it into the back of his own net. I really don't know what he was trying to do there. That was always going to fly into his own net, and he's just punched himself right in the face. He's looking to rectify his mistake, playing it down to Horizon, but Horizon just sending it straight back up.
Now the ball going towards Jaffa in the back, takes control. Gets a little flick, but that's not a great hit from him. Now it's still pressure for the Domino Esports side, but Horizon finally can get it out. Definitely not the game of Jaffa so far, but maybe he will recover in the next couple of minutes. Still 4 minutes to go in this game number 2. You know, that first goal, it's definitely not what Ascension Trinity wanted, you know, just a mistake from Jaffa, the own goal. It's only 1 goal, but, you know, it can still be a very, very hard task to come back from that. Definitely, if this happens here, Sefik scores it for the 2nd of Domino Esport, and Yeah, well, it's just, defense of Ascension Trinity, it does not look that good. Horizon with a little hit, getting into Sapphics. It's just a little bit awkward there in defense, leading to the second goal for Domino Esport.
Well, they're just overstretching and overcommitting this Ascension Trinity side. I can't remember who it was. I believe it was Horizon at the near post. Why was he at the near post when there was nobody protecting that far post and there was already an Ascension Trinity player there at the near post ready to try and attempt to block the ball? And as soon as it got past one, then it was going to get past two because you were basically in the exact same position. You need to be protecting the rest of the goal because that kind of stuff happens. That's when you get awkward and you just make it worse for yourself by doing that sort of positioning errors. That's a really good fake there from Major, trying to send it forward, trying to get the wave dash touch past Jez, but Jez had another idea.
Alright, he tries to get the ball into the middle. Jez somehow gets it in, but that, I've seen in the chat, they just need one goal to get the morale up. They just need that goal, and they get that goal. I don't know how. Jez, why is that goal? But they get the goal. They are one goal down now, and maybe that is the start of a comeback. That is maybe the start of the comeback series for them, the underdog stories. You now see Jez going for another goal, but he can't get it past Major. But it is a very, very interesting way to score, but might help them. Do you think this is the wake up call from them, just at one single goal?
I mean, maybe now that they've seen that they can actually score a goal after having some shots, it might work out better for them. But Esberg is trying to send that one into the middle, but nobody was there to receive the pass in that centre area. But no, like we were saying, they could potentially see more signs of scoring, and this is what I meant. That's what I meant in between these first game and second game. Jez was trying to play that ball forward, but Horizon had zero boost. But you want to see more like this. The transitions just need to be coming out more. Sapphics is trying to find the back of the net, and just as we were talking about Ascension Trinity potentially picking up more momentum, how about a momentum killer here from Sapphics? A booming ball forward, and he gets the second touch. It was a weak one, but nonetheless, it finds the back of the net, and that 2-goal cushion is restored here for Domino Esports.
Yeah, not the best 50 there from Jaffa, going for that. Maybe a little bit too late, maybe a little bit too early, but nevertheless, he could not get any hit with a 50 on the ball. Now we see Esberg trying to pop the ball down, maybe going for the pancake, but could not find it at all. But now we see Jez trying to chase the ball. A little bit awkward there, the ball just pops up. Horizon just decides to help and just backs off. Now Jaffa in goal, has 100 boost, clears it out. Now Sapphics is the only one left in goal. Jaffa goes for the shot. It is easily saved by Sapphics as Major just gets up to Esberg maybe. Horizon gets one single touch. Maybe he can get it to his teammate. No, he follows it up himself, gets the 100 boost, which was laying literally where he landed, as now the ball gets played upfield. The time is ticking for the Ascension Trinity side. 2 goals they need in this game. It is a better game, I have to say. They have 4 shots instead of, the just one single shot they had last game. But now again, as I say, it might be the Costa curse, but Major getting the second goal on his name, getting the 4th goal for Domino Esport, and yeah, it's just, Jeff got left alone. He was third, not playing very passive. A little bit unfortunate to see, but in the end, Domino getting the 4th goal and restoring the 3-goal lead.
I mean, yeah, Ascension Trinity, they've had 4 shots this game, but they've also conceded 4 goals. And make that 5. Esberg is just rubbing salt in the wound right now. That's really poor defending again from this Ascension Trinity side. Jaffa couldn't decide whether to 50 the ball, but in that position, you've just got to go because you can't be leaving that much space for Major. It was a brilliant shot for Esberg. Sorry, it was a really good shot off a really good kickoff, but there needs to be more pressure. The defense has definitely been what's killing Ascension Trinity right now because that's what's making them concede so much, and you need to be seeing more from them. I'm rather disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, because I had really high hopes for them, but we need to see improvement if they don't want to get sweeps, because right now it's looking like that's what's going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, at this point, I think we can call Ascension Trinity the only win they can get is with a reverse sweep, and that's gonna be hard. 3 games to win in a row after you've lost, 5-1, potentially even more if Domino Esports score 1 more, but it's just not looking very good for them. Now Jaffa goes for the solo play, a bomb there from Jez. He tried, faked out 1, I think. Now Horizon tries to get it, but can't get it past Esberg. Without boost, Esberg still goes on, gets bumped into the ball again. Wave Dasher gets another 50 as he goes into the middle. Major takes it over 50 boost, tries to flick it over Jaffa, but I think this game will just burn out as we see Horizon now going for the shot. Jaffa needs to rotate back as quickly as possible. The net was open, but maybe a little bit, fortunate, maybe a gifted there from Domino Esport to just not score that. 8 seconds to go. As I've already said, the game is just burning out. It's just, game 2, it is over, done, and dust. 5 against 1. It's going to drop now. Game 2 for Domino Esport, again, quite convincingly, but game number 3, it needs to be the game for Ascension Trinity. They need to step up. This is their game. They need to step up, and we need to see another Ascension Trinity, because if they keep playing like this, it will be Domino Esports with another game, with another convincing win, and it will be just that series with a clean sweep.
Well, yeah, the defense positioning, the rotation, practically everything, every basic key thing that you need to have a good team, a good solid team performance, it's just not there for Ascension Trinity right now. And Domino Esports, they're capitalizing massively. They had 13 shots and found the back of the net 5 times. That is a huge win for them. And of course, it's match point advantage to Domino Esports now, 2-0 up in the series. They only need to get this final game if they want to end it in a 3-0 sweep. Ascension Trinity, will we see something happen maybe? Will we see redemption? Will we see a revival from them? We just need to see more communication, it feels like, because it just seems like nobody's really talking and they're not really thinking about what's going on. But again, Domino Esports been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Domino Esport being a very, very solid team in this series. Of course, the first 2 series got forfeited by them, and hence they are 9th place. But, yeah, you can just see they're one of the top, the top teams in this Champions Conference 1. They're just a really, really solid team. And we have seen Domino Esport, last season in the championship as well. But as I say, that it will be just 2 seconds in. As I say that, it has to be the game for Ascension Trinity. This needs to be their game. It is just with the kickoff goal. This might be, the game of Ascension Trinity. It is a great start for them, but just the question is, can they keep it up? We see Sefix in a really interesting card choice, but the question is, can Ascension Trinity keep this up? Can they win this game, and can they potentially go for the reverse sweep? Cast the curse? No, Sefix saves it 10 seconds in, and we still see Ascension Trinity with the goal lead.
Well, yeah, if there's any time to have a better defense than previously and a better offense, it is now. They have 1 goal, or they are 1 goal ahead, sorry. If they can extend that lead potentially early on, then they can just sit on it and try to defend it with all that they've got. But the offense does need to improve. The defense obviously has been lacking, but at the same time, the offense does need to be so much better, because they're creating the opportunities. And again, the same old story. They're just not finishing them off.
No, just keeps on going. The goal is kind of open as Horizon gets a shot. It is on target. Looks like Jaffa will just finish it in the end, and we'll get a second for Ascension Trinity. It just needed like 5 post touches, a crossbar touch, and just got down. But in the end, it still gets in. No play of Domino Esport could get any contact with the ball, and that will be just Jaffa's ball any day of the week, and gets the second for Ascension Trinity. They are back in this series. 2 goals up in this game number 3, going for the reverse sweep. We see they're playing better than Domino Esport right now, but 4 minutes to go still. It is a really tough scenario. You can't just play passive now, but you also can't overcommit, because then also Domino Esport will just capitalize on that and will just score. Now we see a miss there from the play of Ascension Trinity. I thought it was Jazz, but in the end it did not get scored by Domino Esport. There's still a chance for Ascension Trinity. But, the question is, can they at least win the first game here in game number 3? They are really on a good track with 2 goals in 1.5 minute, but they can't slow down now, because then Domino Esport will in the end just go over them and still win this game number 3 from them.
Yeah, even if they do take this game 3, which there's a stab in the back there from Safix. He finds the back of the net. It's 2-1 now, looking less likely that they're going to hold on to the lead, but nonetheless, Ascension Trinity, they started off well. They need to carry it on. They can't let Domino Esports attack like that. It was an open net to shoot in after a ball was fizzed across. But even if they do win this game 3, they still need to go on and win 2 more. Jaffa, that's a brilliant solo play there. Gets the flick past everybody, and that's 3-1. The 2-goal lead straight away is back already. Good flick there, and then he gets a brilliant touch straight down the middle. Nobody will get to that.
Yeah, no one will get to that any day of the week. Jaffa gets a second on his name, third for Ascension Trinity, and they are on a really good track to at least win the first game in this series. We have got a break there from Temple League, so welcome to the stream. You're watching a Champions Conference 1 game here between Ascension Trinity and Domino Esports, where Domino Esports are up by 2 games, and Ascension Trinity, up by 2 goals, as you can see here in game number 3. A lot of pressure for the Ascension Trinity side, but so far doing a really good job here in game number 3. Isabel gets played to the left side. Jaffa tries to get it back into Horizon. We see the passing plays coming in now. Horizon, can he get it again? He can, off the post. But Horizon, that's a great play from him. Third for Jaffa, but that's all Horizon. Well, Jaffa first with a good, well, I could say a good pre-assist. Then also in the end, with the finish. It is just a revived Assassin's Trinity. They are playing better than Domino Esports, which we haven't seen in the first 2 games. And they are doing an incredible job being 3 goals up in only half time against the Domino Esports side in game 3.
Where was this Ascension Trinity side the other 2 games? That transition was so clean. It was a 3-man passing play from defense to attack in the matter of literal seconds. A 1-2-3, and then they find the back of the net. 4-1 now, a 3-goal lead, a 3-goal deficit. They need to keep it up. They're just looking like they're going for more and more goals. They want to reverse the 5-1 that they just fell victim to themselves. They're trying to get one back and give it back to Domino Esports. But the offense has been so much better, and the passing has been so much better too. It genuinely looks like a completely different side, but this is what we needed to see from the start. If they'd done this, it would have been much closer. Potentially, it could have been the complete opposite series score right now.
Yeah, definitely. Domino Esports, kind of lacking in this game. Ascension Trinity, we see the passing plays. We see, a much more structured Ascension Trinity as well. I want to see that from them, in the rest of this game, and also in the next couple of games, because now it is just a real big challenge for Domino Esports. Maybe bringing this series to a game 5. Of course, if the score keeps like this, we are going to a game number 4. No clean sweep then for Ascension Trinity or for Domino Esports against Ascension Trinity, I have to say. But, so far, Ascension Trinity doing a really, really good job in this game. And no one going for a really, double commit from Domino Esports going towards the goal of Ascension Trinity, but that's no big threat for Jaffa, as Jess can get it out. Can he get it again? No, 2 players from Domino Esports just waiting there for his hit. Jaffa off the backboard. No one really there from Domino Esports to go for that. Jazz keeps up the pressure. Asberg needs to get one single hit. He does indeed, but Jaffa instantly takes it over Major. Now Horizon missing the ball. Safek's really awkward in that, but can still manage to get the ball out. Flip reset from him. Can't get a flip reset over Jazz. Now Asberg really awkward on that. It doesn't fall in the goal. We are still yet to see a 5-1 from Assassin's Trinity. But I can say, the pressure is just there from Ascension Trinity. The game is just in the bag. This game number 3 will be going to Ascension Trinity. This is just a revived Ascension Trinity, and they are doing an incredible job. And Domino Esports, I think they're just giving, so much time for Ascension Trinity. Maybe they are giving, they are underestimating Trinity at this point. Giving space, letting Ascension Trinity doing their thing, letting them do the play style. But, you have seen how that works out in this game. It was safe by Jaffa, but you have seen how that works out in this game. It has been Domino Esports, kind of reversed since game 2. Game 2 was just all Domino Esports with a 5-1, and now it is 4-1 for Assassin Trinity. So what I can say, Domino Esports, what do they have to do else here in game number 4 if they want to beat Assassin Trinity? Because Assassin Trinity, they have some momentum now, and they want to go for the game number 5.
Well, by the looks of it, what Domino Esports need to do is take Jaffa out of the game. He had 3 goals and 4 saves, 726 points. An absolutely brilliant game from him. That was Team of the Week worthy game, you could say. Brilliant performance from him. If he can keep that up, and if Horizon and Jez can also do exactly the same thing as what they were doing, it was a brilliant team performance all around. Everyone taking part and everyone committing big time to the cause that is the reverse sweep. We could see it happen, and I want to see it happen. It was really good from all of them. Safix, Major, and Esberg, they'll be thinking, what on earth just happened? These are not the guys that we just played. It didn't just seem like the positioning had improved, but the mechanics too. We saw some really good plays coming out from Jaffa, Horizon, and Jez. It was really good, and I want to see the exact same again. And we could potentially equalize the series here, 2-2. Can we see the reverse sweep? Can we see it begin to materialize? after this game 1 and at the beginning of game 2?
Yeah, will a reverse sweep happen, or was it only just Domino Esport giving hope to Assassin Trinity to get that reverse sweep? We are going to find out here in game number 4, where we are here in Utopia Coliseum. Ascension Trinity with the momentum going into this game, winning game 3 quite convincingly after 2 very, very poor games. Game 4 kicked off here, and it needs to be Ascension Trinity's game yet again. I've said that last game, that one needed to be Ascension Trinity's game, and it was. So let's see if this game will be Ascension Trinity's game as well. 15 seconds in, as we now see Ascension Trinity with a little bit of pressure as the ball now falls off the side. While Jeffa going for it a little bit too late though, as Asberg takes it over into the corner. Horizon gets it out. Asberg into the middle. No one there to follow it up. It was a good pass there, but no one there in the middle to get that finish in touch. As Jaffa gets it up to the backboard. Safix gets it over one, tries to get over one, gets a bomb on Horizon actually as Major takes it over. Tries to get a shot maybe goes for the demo. He goes for the demo indeed, but no one there to follow it up as that's just an easy clear for Horizon. Had a little bit of time, just kind of gave it away there, but Jess still managing to get the ball out of harm's way. Gets into Jeffa. Jeffa can't win the 50 against his opponent. Still gets a hit though, kind of makes it annoying for Major. Jess gets it past one, not much boost to work with, so just goes for a little flick. You see Horizon going for the demo, Assassin Trinity playing a little bit more aggressive, maybe what you want to see. So do you think Assassin Trinity, they need to play on the demos to, beat this Domino Esport side? We haven't seen a lot of demos in game number 3. Would it maybe help here in this game?
Well, yeah, that specific chance just there coming from Jez, that would have been a really good time to get a demo. And if there were 2 players up, it was a 2v1 if they did have that second player up. But Jaffa, he's left with an open net. But Esberg has somehow got back to it, Horizon with a brilliant 50. But yeah, I completely agree. We need to get more demos in from this Ascension Trinity side. They need to be opening up. They're playing more Jez. He gets the touch, but it wasn't a good enough touch. Major manages to open the scoring. That's a kick straight in the stomach for the Ascension Trinity hopes of a reverse sweep. They're 1-0 down, but they can definitely equalise. It's been end-to-end right now. Sort of pinball Rocket League, you have to say. But nonetheless, they're still in with a chance, and that is a really strong kickoff.
Yeah, it was just very unfortunate from the first 2 games of Ascension Trinity, because right now, if the score keeps like this, then it will be Domino Esports, series. But as I say, that it is just, the mistake there in the defense of Domino Esports, but just equalizes here. 3 minutes to go exactly. And just with an easy shot, to be honest, but Major did not expect it, I think. Maybe a little bit positioning there, which was not correct from the Domino Esport defender. But Jess will take that any day of the week and will equalize it straight after the goal of Domino Esport. It is an all-open game again. And this game number 4 could go anyway.
But yeah, it's 1-1 right now. A really good comeback there. A really good answer to our questions of whether they can do it or not. Much better performance now, and again we need to see the same, and we should have seen the same in game 1 and 2 because they were completely shut out, or nearly completely shut out, with only the 1 shot. But the offense has improved big time, the defense has improved big time. Jez is there trying to find the shot just off target. Jaffa is there again, who had a brilliant game last game in the series. Obviously over 700 points, he needs to do the same again. It's Horizon trying to send it in. This Ascension Trinity side are trying to put the pressure on right now, but Domino Esports are coping well with it so far. But if it keeps up, who's to say that there's a chance?
Yeah, definitely the chance is there for Assassin Trinity, just so for Domino Esport to close out this game. I think everyone wants to see a reverse sweep. Jazz now with the block, can't get it in. Jeffa still with the shot. Horizon goes for it, but it's just getting pushed away by Major. Major now with the pass to Asberg. It now pops up in the front of Ascension Trinity's goal. Horizon still with the save, falling out of the sky, but still managing to get it. Jeffa now tries to get it past the defenders, but that looked like the second goal of Domino Esport, but somehow Ascension Trinity still alive here in this game number for 1.5 minutes to go, and we are still tied up with 1 goal each.
How did Horizon keep that out? He got bumped once, went flying. He got bumped again into the back of the net, but he still managed to find a save, and he's found another one right there. It's been an incredibly good defensive performance from him. 5 saves right now. That was nearly a goal there from Esberg. Indeed there, Dennis. Jez trying to send it forward. Where's the player to receive the boom, though? This is what they were doing in the first and second game, and it's what wasn't working for them. No one there to receive it, but Jaffa keeping the play alive. 0 boost Horizon there, but Esberg just gets past him. This has been a good spell of pressure from either team here. But again, the Ascension Trinity defense has been so good right now, especially Horizon. And there he is again, booming that one forward.
Yeah, you have the defender in Horizon, the offender in Jeffa, like we've seen in last game with his hat-trick, I believe. But so far, not much from Jeffa. We need to see him score more as Jeffa now gets into Horizon. Horizon with a shot, but getting easily saved by Esbek. Takes control, gets it past Horizon as Jazz needs to get it, gets it towards the left side, but Safix right there. Jazz, really good positioning from him to just wait there on the backboard, not committing for it, just being patient in defense. Now Jazz with the shot on Esbek, but Esbek gets the save. 20 seconds to go as Horizon gets it into the middle. This goal would be vital for Ascension Trinity in the series, or otherwise this game will go to an OT. Jazz now with the ball upfield, knowing that challenge from Ascension Trinity. No pressure from them at all. Now Horizon goes for it, pushing the ball towards the opposite corner. And now that's what it looks like. It's going to drop down in front of the goal, but the Ascension Trinity can't score it. We're going to see a game number for OT, and Domino Esport are just one goal away from just winning this series at the at the latest stage of the series.
Are we one goal away from the end of the series, or are we one goal away from a potential, well, not the reverse sweep yet, but we will be going into the game 5, and this is the biggest overtime of the season potentially for Trinity here. They need to be winning this game right now. They have completely turned it around. They have been so good. I'm genuinely on the edge of my seat right now. I can't decide whether they're going to take it or whether they're going to concede, but when the defense is doing this well, it's hard to say that they are going to concede. And there's another save there from Jez. Jaffa needs to get the touch there. It's a really good touch. Safix is there to get the follow-up though, and he's going to get the clear too. Jez and Horizon are there. Oh my god, what a carry from Safix. They need to find the save, and it's Horizon getting his sixth save of the day, well, of the game, sorry. And Jaffa again trying to take it forward. This is honestly end-to-end. It's the shot, Jaffa! Oh my god, what is going on right now, Dennis?
Well, Ascension Trinity finally found the attack here in this OT after being struggling in defense for pretty much all minute long. In this OT, now the ball goes to drop down. Jaffa managing to get the ball out. Now the ball goes towards the other goal. Aspect now, Safix with the shot. Jaffa needs to get it from the backboard. He doesn't, whiffs the ball just in goal, but can't manage to get the save. And it will be series done, and thus Domino Esports winning this series with, quite unfortunate for Ascension Trinity, but yeah, it was a bang of a series. I think everyone in the chat could agree with that. I think you could agree with me as well. It has been a phenomenal series, and we saw Ascension Trinity just going for the reverse sweep, I have to say. Trying to get this series on their end after losing the first 2 games quite convincingly. Domino Esports, yeah, I thought there was just nothing left for Ascension Trinity in Game 3, but they still managed to, get back in the series. Won Game 3 with 4-1, got this Game 4 into an OT, but it was not enough to win this series after Ascension Trinity winning this series, or not winning this series, Domino Esports winning this series, Ascension Trinity going 2-2 in the league. But yeah, very unfortunate for Ascension Trinity, but Domino Esports in the end, the first 2 games, it was just enough to win the series in the end.
I think this was the series that just made me fall in love with Ascension Trinity. Oh my god, the passion that they showed there. The passion that they showed there from Ascension Trinity was absolutely brilliant. Nearly came back and nearly took it to a Game 5, but just that goal at the depth there from Domino Esports to stop the comeback. Not quite enough there from Ascension Trinity, but nonetheless, it was a brilliant series. On the edge of my seat for the final game that we did witness. Dennis, any advice to Ascension Trinity? Obviously, about the first 2 games, but on that final game specifically, where there weren't too many errors, what can you say?
Well, yeah, most certainly. I'm going over the replays of this series with Ascension Trinity, but yeah, in the end, it was. I think Safix, he has definitely been the key player for Domino Esport, just like I've said at the start of the series. Safix is the guy to watch out for, and yeah, I think he just got too much space. We have seen the air dribble in the OT, the last OT, where you just had so much space to do stuff with it, and in the end, too much space for the Domino Esport side to work with, and in the end, Ascension Trinity, yeah, they played well, but in the last 2 games, but it wasn't enough. There was too much space for Domino Esports. So yeah, the offensive pressure from Domino Esports was just enough to secure them this series. So I think that's really what they need to work on.
Yeah, that was a really good end to the series. We nearly managed to see the game 5, but no, Domino Esports did take it 3-1, 2-0 in the first game, 5-1 in the second game, but losing 4-1 in the third game. But they took game 4 in overtime, 2-1. Really good from both teams there. A brilliant end to the stream, you have to admit. Well, I've been Simdog. Thank you all for watching. Of course, don't forget to check out Godalions for the sponsor of this ECC season. They are obviously, well, if you want to find out any information, just put in !Godalions in the chat. Thank you all for watching. It was a brilliant game. 2 brilliant series that we saw there. Of course, one to FAQ and Mercury Esports. That one went to game 5. Mercury Esports took that 3-2, and then obviously this one. Domino Esports versus Ascension Trinity, 3-1 to Domino Esports. Really good from all the teams that took part. Thank you all for watching.